Welcome back to Toya DTV. Corvette. Had to sneak that in on y'all. Y'all, where is that from? Put it in the comments. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 15, to Martell the Truth. Y'all, this episode picks right up where we left off, and we are at Destiny's event. So we have Kimmy, Maurice, Tisha, Marsau, and Destiny all standing around at the event, and they're talking about the podcast. So for some reason, Tisha feels like she wants to talk to Maurice about the events at the podcast. Y'all, this lady is so off, and I hate that I gotta keep talking about this every week. I want to see something different from Tisha. Actually, this was one of the best episodes because that was the only part that we saw Tisha in. Y'all, am I the only one picking up on Destiny? She's constantly throwing the spoon so that something can be stirred. She did that at the podcast. She says just enough to make somebody grasp it and go left. I'm not fully understanding that. I'm starting to side Abu, okay? I'm starting to side Abu. She's telling Maurice about the podcast and blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, Kimmy could care less. Kimmy set the record straight. The problem isn't Wanda and Kimmy. The problem is you invited her to something she should not have been invited to. She's like, okay, so what? It's my mom and Martell? She does not get it. Rehashing situations because Tisha still don't understand. Now, when I first started watching this, I was like, dang, Marsau really talked to her like she's 15. From what I've seen, he is the only one that can sort of get through to her. Anybody else, and it goes in one ear and out the other. She's on the defense. A part of me wonders if Wanda being so deeply and heavily involved with Tisha's friends and Tisha's life, I feel like she skipped the step in learning life skills. I mean, I feel like when Tisha was being picked on, Wanda showed up at the school and cussed the kids out. Like, Tisha didn't say anything. Kimmy said, I'll be whatever I'm gonna be if she keeps showing up uninvited. Anyway, Tisha's mad. Tisha, bye y'all. She walks away all fast, and I'm like, woohoo, bye. Next, we see Mel in the studio recording. When she had started posting these songs on Instagram, I was like, oh my gosh, like, okay. But the song that she was singing was Cycles. And I feel like she sung that really good. It's not that hard of a song to sing. But it wasn't the singing that got me. It was the ministering within the song to her spirit because of what she's going through. Making an actual album, y'all. Now that shocked me. I thought she was just singing just to get out her frustrations. So she's recording and Marcus shows up. And that's her brother. So they sit down and talk, and Marcus is like, where were you? You invited me to this event and you didn't even bother telling me you weren't coming. Well, apparently Mel was in a place where she felt like if she would have shown, she was about to destroy some stuff. I'm not buying that as an excuse, because if you knew you decided not to come, a quick text message, quick call, any of that would have been acceptable. It is what it is. You left them hanging and you're wrong. So Mel says that she really had to take a step back from her relationship to realize that there was a lot of things happening that were not good, but that she didn't see while she was in the midst of it. Even in relationships, sometimes you have to take a step back in order to see what was happening while you were in it, to fully get a full understanding. She said that there was emotional and mental abuse, and I believe it. She says she's been knowing him since she was 21, and it was hard to break. And I have to applaud Mel on that, because so many people stay in things that they are completely unhappy with just to be able to spew off that number when anniversary rolls around. It's like, do you, if you feel like this is destroying the family, this is destroying the kids are seeing all of this bad behavior, some Christians or whatever, well, God said till death do us part. Okay, but also we don't need to keep inflicting pain on ourselves that we know full well is not going anywhere. I stand by that, Christian and all. Being Christian does not allow you to continually get yourself walked on like a doormat. It's a complete misunderstanding that people think goes on. We see Wanda and Marsau at Tisha's home, and Wanda has cooked up a nice Sunday dinner. I don't know what day of the week it is there, but man, them kids were well fed, and Wanda looks like a woman that can cook, so that just made me smile because when you're taking care of kids eat just like adults eat, and hey, it is what it is, that good southern cooking. Marsau tells Wanda he wants to talk to her. Okay, so the kids are done eating, they go upstairs. She sits down immediately and says, bring it on. Why are people so quick to be on the defense? It's sad to see. And those are people who are sort of in a closed box. They're not really open-minded. They are just them. It's sad. Listen to what a person has to say before you start creating your opinion of what it is. Like, what? Wanda is cleaning off the table from where the kids ate, and Marsau is going to tell her, you shouldn't do that with a dry rag. Marsau, what you know about cleaning? Marsau, what you know about cleaning? Nothing, because either Tisha there or her mama there. Marsau ain't cleaning nor cooking a thing. Marsau want to talk to Wanda about Jalen's graduation party, and he is talking to her like she's 15 because it seemed like they don't understand anything. He's like, as adults, you go places and there may be other people there who you may not necessarily like, but as adults, we kind of know how to be cordial. We know how to be professional. We know how to be in a room with somebody that we don't care for. Wanda lets us know why she did what she did. Wanda said she didn't know the next time she was going to see Martell, so she just let everything off her chest. Then she said he called her a B. I heard her say that he was acting like a B. Did anybody hear him call her a B? I didn't hear that. It could have been edited out, but did anybody hear it? Put it in the comments if you did, because I might have missed that. So basically, that was her excuse. He called me a B, so when I got to the table, I just finished it. He started it and I finished it. I have to give it to Marsau. He has a lot of patience when it comes down to Tisha and her mom, because it's exhausting just seeing them, just seeing somebody trying to talk to them. It's like pulling teeth. Wanda said, when God put something on, Marsau was like, no. Yeah, because she was lying. God don't tell you to be messy. Wanda also said that her and Kimmy, she could care less if Kimmy was mad about, his event being ruined. And I think that was messed up. The event was not for Kimmy. The event was for her son who was graduating. And if you had any respect for him, you would have some sort of remorse. It's not about Kimmy. But she just, no remorse. Oh, well, good. I don't care. That was her attitude. So she's already fed Tisha that Kimmy's rude and all of that, doesn't have her back, and Tisha's gullible, so she believed whatever her mom says. She said that me and Kimmy are in the same age group. Look, y'all, I tried to find this information and Kimmy got her stuff on lock, honey. On lock. I couldn't find it, and I was not invested enough to keep trying to look. But I was gonna throw them facts at y'all, but can't find them. And what I did find said that Kimmy was in her mid-30s, which is a straight up lie. Wanda says, you're not going to talk to me the way you talk to Tisha. You think I talk down to Tisha? Yeah, Marsau, we think you all talk down to Tisha, but that's the only way she understands. Yes, I think you talk down to Tisha, and that's why I don't like you. Marsau, like I said, he better than me. You not going to talk to me crazy in my house. Marsau said, walking around here looking thicker than a Snicker in your leather pants. Y'all, that actually turned my stomach. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It turned my stomach because the context he said that in was not the right context for who he was talking to. Thicker than a snicker is supposed to be a good thing. You're supposed to be curvaceous. You're supposed to be everything that these eyes want. Okay, Wanda. I think he was calling her fat. I really do, and that was his way of dealing with somebody who disrespect him in his own home. Cause he even said, "So you sit around here sucking up my AC and you don't even like me?" That's a whole problem, y'all. That's a whole problem. We see Kimmy and Maurice, they're out shopping for their camping wear or whatever. Nobody knows what to buy. All the men are meeting up there at the store. They in the store playing. It almost seems like Kimmy has to watch Maurice. It seems like she has to watch him so close, because I don't want to say this, but it almost seems like she has to parent him, because he's bad with budgeting, finances. He just, for the moment, does whatever it is he wants to do. You just got married and you're wanting to blow a bunch of money. Like, no. He needs to be balanced, and Kimmy is his balancing factor, but I don't think he gets it. I think he just like, oh, Kimmy's coming. I can't spend as much as I want to spend. But if she was to allow him to spend what he wants, like, I think it really would land them somewhere she does not want to be. That's scary, especially when they say let the man of the marriage lead. That's really scary. As they're shopping around, Martell takes a moment and apologizes to Kimmy for kind of ruining the event for Jalen, and he apologizes, and Kimmy's ready to move forward. He's ready to go camping because he feels like he needs to do a little venting, and Kimmy, that's what he should have been doing from the beginning, which is true. However, you cannot always vent to your friends about your marriage. Sometimes you have to find a neutral party to vent to. Counselor, somebody professional that can help you see your own faults. His friends did a good job, though. So he mentions to Kimmy what Marcus had told him at Destiny's event, that they wanted Troy to be their daddy and that they didn't want to go home. And he mentions, hey, he probably doing stuff, giving them cookies and ice cream and cookies. I mean, it's more to a father than just giving kids cookies and ice cream. Well, there is a lot more to it, but the truth came out, definitely. And it's funny because in the confessionals, Kimmy and Maurice are talking, and Maurice is just gossiping and everything, and Kimmy's like, y'all be gossiping. And they do. Men gossip just as much as women, if not more. They just do it and call it that. They just say that it's not gossiping. Just because you say it's not gossiping does not mean that it's not gossiping. All right, y'all. So everybody is trickling in to the campsite. We got Cedric, who is hosting it. The first one to arrive was Maurice. Secondly, Martell. And when Martell first got there, Cedric took a moment and just sort of explained to him his experience that he's had with divorce as a child. He was just kind of explaining to him how to go about navigating each child to make sure that they are okay and that they are not feeling as though they are the blame for anything that's going on. So Martell was very receptive to his feedback, and I think Martell needed that. I think he needed someone to feel sort of on his side for a moment, to just sort of give him some sort of guidance. He doesn't seem like a man who will ask for help when help is necessary. It's getting late. The time has passed by. Marsau has not showed up yet. They're building a fire, and they're just kind of sitting around talking, and Martell says that my kids are my world. And it's sad because he did not think about his kids before he made the actions that he made. And the fact that he was able to keep up a completely different relationship for 5 years, a committed relationship to this other person for 5 years, is very sad. We kind of get down to what's really happening. Marsau's not there because Marsau got into a car accident. Somebody hit Marsau and Marsau hit somebody else. Chain reaction and the car is totaled. Yeah, he won't be making it. So somebody's picking him up from the accident site, and the guys make sure he's okay, but then they carry on with their guy trip. In the midst of the pandemic, Maurice actually realized that him trying to make Kimmy retire was wrong, because that's something she's passionate about. She's out here saving lives, and the pandemic has made him realize that it's absolutely necessary for somebody to do it. So he admits he was wrong with that. Until they start talking about, where is Martell? Where is he mentally, and where are they in the marriage and everything? Martell is still holding on to the divorce is not final yet. And they kind of play on his, his heartstrings and his emotions, asking different questions from different angles. Well, what if she was in it? What would it be that you would have to change for her to be back in it? Absolutely nothing. This is why she's leaving. Because Martell has to be probed and prodded to get serious. He always feels as though his actions were because of something else. No, his actions were because he's a grown man and he made his choice. Too much has been done on both ends. He feels like there's no coming back from it. He feels like he would change the infidelity. That's one thing that he would change. He said that after, of course, they had to pull teeth to talk to him. He wasn't getting what he needed. He said he talked, he pleaded, and nothing changed. So here's my 2 cents on that. You entered into a marriage with this woman, said your vows, did what y'all did. Okay, your commitment is to her, her commitment is to you. But I believe, I don't know them, I don't know their marriage, I could be totally wrong. I feel like Martell stepped out first. Martell stepped out, got his whistle wet somewhere else, liked how he got his whistle wet somewhere else, came home and wanted Mel to start doing these same tricks. Mel, in return, probably was like, why all of a sudden is he wanting all this extra? And that's probably when her intuition kicked in. I'm just saying. Once he's gotten a taste of something different is why he's craving it so much. I'm just saying. So Cedric steps in with his comments. I haven't been in your shoes, the one person in the world that you can have sex with, and being just straight up told no about your sexual desires is tough. They said it should be anywhere, anytime. Anywhere, anytime. A lot of people may feel that way, but I think that's some disrespectful stuff to say. First of all, men don't have a clue what women go through in a day. No clue. Our bodies do their own thing. Men don't have to worry about that. Our bodies sometimes make us feel like we're in a funk. Our bodies have a way of telling us, nah, you need to take it easy. Our bodies talk to us in very different ways than a man would ever understand. So no, we may not always want to be flipped upside down hanging from the ceiling fan, okay? We may not be wanting to do our alter ego stuff. When you truly love somebody, that should be okay. When you're truly in it for the right reason, that should be okay. You should never have your woman feeling like, oh my gosh, if I don't, he's going to go somewhere else. It should never get to that place. So Maurice chimes in his confessional and says that, well, he had 3 options. He had 3 options. Suck it up, leave, or cheat. 2 of which are right. and one which is wrong. Martell says that he never thought about that it would tear his family apart. So Martell never thought about that this action could tear his family apart. And it's sad. It's so sad. Like, he's suffering, the children are suffering, and Mel is suffering. And we see it all unfolding. It's crazy to me. But anyway, they asked him about the rumor. Yes, the girl is really pregnant. Martell was fully committed to this girl, pretty much living a double life. One thing about a cheater, they will ride it till the wheels fall off. Just own it. Like, just own it, man, and let Mel be free. Anyway, y'all, we see I purposely decided to end on a happy note. So we see Mel and the kids, they're at the pumpkin patch, and she promised the kids that even though, you know, mom and daddy's going through what they're going through, they will continue to have fun times as a family together. Still have fun and do what they enjoy. I think the girl name is Ima. She comes over and starts talking and everything. And, you know, I love how kid friendly she was about the situation. Well, her and Mel are now good friends because the play that Mel was going to be in for her is now been canceled due to COVID. And she's helping Mel work through her issues. I'm not sure of her background, but she almost seems like a psychiatrist. She's helping Mel work through her feelings, her emotions, and also helping the kids at this moment work through their feelings and emotions, but they are completely unaware that they are in a session. She asked them, how do you feel about going back and forth? And Martell Jr., he doesn't like it. He wants to stay with Mel. Y'all sounded off about him calling her Mel. Little 4-year-old Malia wants to stay with Ice Cream Boy. Y'all, when that child called him Ice Cream Boy, I said, what did she say? Then, gonna circle back around and tell us why. I say Ice Cream Boy, I want to stay with Daddy because he gives us Rocky Road ice cream with cookies in it. That's why I want to stay. She was very clear. That little girl is 4. She is very articulate to be 4. Like, can you go train Tisha? Shade. I'm sorry. Mariah wants to live with mom. Ima, says that mommy and daddy also has their feelings about what's going on. And Martell Jr. says, yeah, mommy has feelings of sadness and crying. Because dad does a lot of bad things to her. This is sad, y'all. This is his words. A lot of sad, crying feelings. Dad does a lot of bad things to her. Like, you're just going to get your clothes and he just starts acting like a crazy man. I don't like seeing my mommy sad. I like to see her happy and excited. I know as parents, people definitely try to protect the kids. He has witnessed it. I'm pretty sure the rest of them have too, if he has. But the tears, the fussing, the arguing, and for your son to say you just start acting like a crazy man, that means you're in there doing the most. So she gives them like a pathway. Like when you feel that, when you see those things, what do you usually do, or what do you think you should do? And he's like, I give her a hug. And well, yeah, she's like, just give her a hug. And he's like, I do that. It was so cute. Malia says that she should give her a kiss, because if she's crying, you should give her a kiss. So the kids are now told, when you see mommy sad, all you have to do is hug on her and love on her, because as a family, everybody still needs to get love and continue to share love. And Martell Jr., oh, good. I'm so happy now. That was a weight lifted off of him, and I think that was amazing. Sad to watch, but amazing to see him say, whew, okay, good. I don't have to worry about trying to figure out what's going on. All I have to do is love on my mom. Kids do feel like they have to carry the responsibility for some reason. So, y'all, she knows what she's doing, and I'm glad that they are friends, because she seems to be, very aware, and she has gone through a divorce her own self. She's very aware of how to get Mel through the feelings, the emotions. Mel is just trying to be on a positive front and stay there. So I'm definitely, this episode was a lot. It was very good. Tell me about how y'all felt about Wanda and Marsau's conversation and him calling her thicker than a snicker. Let me know, y'all. Put it all down in the comments. Share, like, subscribe. I will see y'all next time.